Kingdom Hearts is a stupid series. It has an overcomplicated plot, cheesy dialogue that makes no sense half the time, and it's stupid. I already said that. But at the same time, I just can't let go of this series. There once was a time where the only thing I could think of was, I can go to Disney World? Hercules, Wonderland, Aladdin, Peter Pan, Tarzan. I can meet the Monkey Man. To have the opportunity to step foot into the worlds of some of my favorite Disney films in a universe full of them was extraordinary at the time. You could visit Halloween Town, fight in the Colosseum, and explore the Cave of Wonders with Aladdin. The characters acted almost exactly how you would remember them to, with some of their voice actors even reprising their roles. And to have all of the major Disney villains colluding together under Maleficent was just, say no more. Just stop talking. Shut up. It was an adventure like no other, with worlds that perfectly transferred the original soul of the films into a playground for you to run around in. I didn't care about the actual story. I didn't care about the corniness. I didn't care about Final Fantasy. Who the hell was Cloud? As a kid, I loved it. Growing up, I wouldn't even dare talk about this game. You would never hear me admit anything about this game. But even with those attempts, I can't exactly get rid of myself from this series' clutches. I've replayed the original game like way too many times, and each time I find myself appreciating it a lot more. The worlds. Even without the naivety of childhood, they're still a treat to explore. You can see the influences of the film seep into the world's design. Like, how could you not feel like you're actually in these worlds? You have those iconic landmarks that anyone could recognize from the films. Unique mechanics and minigames that fit with the world's design. They did not need to put the magic carpet ride at the end of Aladdin. It was kinda lame though, but they still didn't need to do it. And the characters. Whether I'm a child or an adult, it's almost impossible not to feel happy seeing these characters again. It's almost like seeing an old friend. And the cool part is that you can even fight alongside them during your visit. Get the hell out of here, Donald. It's Tarzan gaming time. I just love the unique experience each world provides. And I also love the stupid, awkward platforming this game was heavily criticized for. I'll be honest, it was never something I cared for, but lately I've just been getting a kick out of making these stupid jumps. Okay. Oh shit, that's right, this jump. Oh, so free. And here I thought I was gonna have to scream. And it's a shame that this game was heavily criticized for it. I do think it adds a lot to the exploration and distinct identity of the structure of each world. Some areas have a lot of verticality to them, and it makes exploration feel more rewarding when you can pull off that jump, even if platforming doesn't work half the time. Time hasn't been too kind to this game. Neverland isn't even a world, Halloween Town is just one linear string of rooms, and Deep Jungle can kiss my ass. As a kid, everything felt like there was a sense of scale to it. But the reality is, the whole game kind of squeezes each world down to a compact, miniature size. It makes parts of the world feel claustrophobic and I mean, come on, that's just a rock. And if you know what you're doing, you can breeze through the story of each world in a matter of minutes. They're that short. It doesn't get everything right, but still the game deserves praise nonetheless. The crossover between Final Fantasy and Disney was something unheard of back in the day. It still sounds weird to even say it out loud. Right, this is a crossover. Final Fantasy. Yeah, that's the other half that makes up this game. You got characters from Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy X, Squall. The command menu, which made its home in the turn-based Final Fantasy games, was injected into this action RPG, bringing along with it the magic spells from the same franchise. You can even perform summons like a Final Fantasy game, only this time you're calling upon classic Disney characters. That's it. It's a crossover that doesn't really cross over. They do exist within the same universe. I mean, Donald and Goofy talk to Aerith. What more evidence do you want? But in terms of Disney characters meeting other Final Fantasy characters, that doesn't exist in this game. The most interaction you'll get is Cloud getting stomped by Cerberus. Most of the Final Fantasy DNA exists within the character's design, Hollow Bastion, the story, and the combat. I hated this combat system, but it's not because it was bad. It's just that Kingdom Hearts 2 exists. It's not flashy, it's not fast-paced. Hell, it's not even as refined as its sequel. It can be annoying at times, what with the dumb ledges that prevent me from actually landing a hit. I can't hit because of the stupid shell. And the stupid camera that doesn't want to work. Why would I want to do that? Oh, cool, I get to look at the pumpkin, so exactly what I wanted. And there's a good chunk of the bosses that are just not fun to fight. Okay, there are some good ones, but Jafar is annoying. Wait. Jean Jafar is somehow worse. Wow. Ursula can go drown herself. Me after fighting Ursula. God. Make it stop. And Oogie Boogie.
This is it?
Anyways, it's still fun though. Simplicity is the best way to describe it. You could even say it's simple and clean, Just block me, unsubscribe, dislike. The game doesn't ask a lot out of you. It's pretty easy to pick up and play. I mean, a kid like me could get through the game all the way up to Hollow Bastion until I got stuck because, well, those bubbles were very confusing. But just because it's easy doesn't mean that the game lacks depth. Sora unlocks abilities that expand his moveset. The tech point system rewards bonus XP for parrying or capitalizing on weaknesses. And some enemies will require you to approach them in unique ways. It's a deep, methodical kind of gameplay that you can just smash through 90% of the time and still win. Wow. Sure, there's things that you have to think about like your MP and your health and whether or not Donald is still alive, but you could also just turn off the brain and just mash X. I did that on this playthrough on proud mode. Yeah, I may have died a few times, but we ignored those little details. Oh, what the? It's not my favorite combat system, but for some reason I keep coming back to this game. It's still satisfying seeing the orbs burst out of the defeated Heartless. And the music. Ooh, the music just keeps me going. How could I not talk about this game's music? Are you insane? This practically made up my early childhood. I remember years later when I rediscovered the series, I would go on YouTube to listen to the soundtrack again and again and again. And it's the reason why this game's composer was the first one I ever learned the name of. Yoko Shimomura. She effortlessly captured the spirit of the original films and distilled it into music that fits perfectly with the worlds they represent. It's part of the reason why I was so convinced as a child that I was actually traveling to these worlds. She gaslit me with good music. Wonderland is so whimsical and bouncy, and when that violin section hits, woo, it's so good. Deep Jungle has no right being this good. I can't believe I neglected this song this whole time. Hook's ship just sounds like I'm about to commit a mischievous act. Maybe perform a little bit of tomfoolery. They straight up stole Under the Sea. And when that field music transitions to its battle theme, I'm just, oh shit. This shit is like classical music to me. Pirate's Jig, Spooks of Halloween Town, Monstrous Monster, come on. I don't know how to say that. I could name any of these songs any day of the week. Except maybe that one. It's easily the feature of Kingdom Hearts I recognize the most, and it's probably the reason why I love dynamic video game music so much. I could never hate the soundtrack, much less the music of any Kingdom Hearts game. But I don't really love this one as much. I mean, I'm speaking more or less from the heart. Don't click away just because I said heart. I respect this game's music. But my tastes have changed. I have matured, or at least I like to think I did. What I used to like back then as a kid is not the same kind of music that I like now. And also Kingdom Hearts 2 exists. Still, I can't resist the energy of the battle themes. It's still so addicting. Yet the soundtrack has some sinister and eerie music. Dive Into the Hearts is a hauntingly beautiful piece. The simple, echoing vocals and sparse, heavy piano provides weight to the tutorial. It's serious and foreboding. It really sets up the tone that you can expect from this game. What a classic shot this was. This is in the same game as Winnie the Pooh. That's kind of what makes Kingdom Hearts interesting. Its tone. It's not something that you would expect out of this game. One moment you're hanging out with your friends, having fun, dreaming about exploring other worlds out there, getting into some friendly competition. Sit, Riku. And then the next moment, the island gets ripped apart. Everybody is separated and you wake up in an unfamiliar town in silence. This whole scene was like engraved into me as a child. There's a certain air about this game that's unique, even compared to other Kingdom Hearts games. It's almost difficult to put it into words. It has this whimsical-like nature to it like any other Disney film. There are lighthearted scenes full of charm that'll just make you laugh and smile. But then there are those dramatic scenes with tension and world-ending stakes, the kind of story that you would normally find in a RPG like Final Fantasy. Except this story is incredibly cheesy. But that's Kingdom Hearts for you. It's almost hard not to appreciate how this game tries to balance its two sides. It has its fair share of memorable moments that will surely impress you. I mean, for one, Beast travel to another world through sheer willpower alone just to find Belle. How's that not badass? I want to be like Beast. What else can I say that hasn't been said before? Okay, this game has a lot of heart. That's 2 for the heart counter. Before they completely lost the plot, Kingdom Hearts actually had a simple and easy to follow story. After the island's destruction, Sora joins up with Donald and Goofy to search for his missing friends and the missing king, Mickey. This leads them to travel from world to world in an episodic space adventure, with the Final Fantasy characters providing support along the way. One thing that the Kingdom Hearts series is often criticized for is how it implements the Disney worlds. They're filler. But surprisingly, in the original Kingdom Hearts game, they all had some form of unique storyline that contributes to the overall plot. They don't play out like a watered-down retelling of the original film. They share similar story beats, but ultimately it adds something to Sora's adventure. And Sora, I don't know, I can't hate this version of Sora. He really feels like a kid. He's been thrust into a role he didn't ask for. It's that kind of coming-of-age story that we all know and love. He's a goofball with an adorable relationship with Kairi, and a rivalry with Riku that I just cannot take seriously.
The Heartless obey me now, Sora.
You're stupid! Sooner or later they'll swallow your heart!
Not a chance. My heart's too strong.
Riku basically said, nah, I'd win. Maybe it's because I'm so used to this story, but it's hard to find many faults with it. I do wish we could have seen more of a crossover between the Disney characters. The princesses and the villains got to hang out. Why can't we bring Aladdin with us? That would have been awesome. Stupid ass world border. And what he said. You're not gonna come away from this story feeling like it's the greatest thing ever made. It's a fan fiction, basically. But god damn it, I'm charmed. I'm telling you, man, the brain rot goes deep. I have like some sort of special connection to this story that I just can't find. Maybe it's that inner child within me that still loves it so much. Its concept prodded the imagination, and that bittersweet ending, that journey with Donald and Goofy, and that experience of meeting the classic Disney characters makes it all worth it. I am a licensed hero. Welcome to Aladdin Town. Beating up children in Kingdom Hearts, let's go. Assholes. Never liked you guys anyways. Beast is my new friend. What are they saying? What nonsense are they talking about right now? You saw that? Oh, I teched him too? That's crazy. Time for another really cool and fun, well thought out boss fight. Oh shit, hey. Let's go, the dream team has been assembled. If you were to ask my objective opinion of Kingdom Hearts, it would be that I think it's just okay. It does a lot of things well, and it has a lot of shortcomings, and it just really shows its age. But despite that, I still think this game is magical, regardless of how old I get. No other Kingdom Hearts game in the series even comes close to matching what this one accomplished. And it's probably why I played this game the most out of the entire series. It was my childhood, both the game and these classic Disney characters. I played this game to revisit the good old times. There was nothing like it, and it was the coolest thing ever. And while this might not be my favorite game in the series, I just can't hate it. I can't let it go. Well, more like it won't let me go. Just because it's cringy and incoherent doesn't mean that it's not worth checking out. You just might discover that Kingdom Hearts is, without a doubt, a special game. But you didn't hear it from me. Everything positive I said was a lie. I actually don't like Kingdom Hearts. I hate Kingdom Hearts. I have to buy the PC ports now? Watch my other videos if you like this one. Or don't, you know, that's cool too, I guess. Anyways, I'm gone.